Let us understand the Trusteer family of products. The first classification we can make is for Trusteer element that goes on the desktop, and within the desktop we have two categories. One are agent based, that's client that runs on the actual endpoint of the desktop, Mac or Windows. And within those we have two groups. One is the products that are actually used by banks customers. That's agent that gets installed on their machine, and that product is very famously known as Rapport. That's the product that can do malware removal and many other things because it's actually a client that runs on the person's desktop. But we also have a component for employees of any organization, because those are very much so target of malware attacks, and that component is called Apex. And again, it's an agent fully capable of removing malware, protecting corporate credentials, and it's something that is used not only by employees but also by agents of that company or people that are closely related, business partners and alike, that you want to make sure that when they before they go to your site they are free of malware. Of course, the other category that we have are agentless, because it is not feasible to always get people to install agents on their machine. This agentless solution actually run on the corporate or the company's server instead of the client. And in here we have mainly two components for the desktop. One has to do with malware infections, and that product is known as Pinpoint malware detection. Sometimes this is also referred as PPMD. The other component has to do with an attack that usually happens. You get malware on a machine, so the bad guy steals the credentials of the machine that they infected, and then they use those credentials, say that user ID and password, on a clean machine to go into the actual bank to transfer money out or do their deeds. That element that protects you against stolen credential is actually called Pinpoint criminal detection, also known as PPCD. This product was for some time called before ATO, account takeover, but it's now called criminal detection. Now the other category, of course, that we have besides desktop, we have solutions for the mobile space. And in it we had several components. One is a standard browser. When you use a standard browser on a mobile device, Android or iOS, what type of protection do you have? Well, if you are going to be hitting the corporate site, you actually inherit the same agentless protection that Pinpoint brings into it. But we also have a secure browser, and actually I use that when I want to go into a site that I'm not sure whether it is good or not. I use that secure browser because I know I have the protection that Trusteer brings. And we also have another component that is called Mobile App Sdk. And that SDK actually, coordinates with the actual application and allows the application to deny the access or not. It notifies the application when there's malware, and it's a very well integrated component. But we also have another one for the mobile called Mobile Risk Engine. And this also runs on the corporate server and actually correlates all the risk factors for mobile devices. In short, this is the Trusteer current product family.